Walk out on me. Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with little help from my friends. I get high with little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Earth 2 VV OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, Earth 2 news that I will go over quick before I get into the OMI, VV, other type of related things. What we have here is that Guidebook Gaming had tweeted that there are 50 land class 1 properties up for grabs in the Earth 2 community poll. I'm going to break the news right here that they are going to be in Central. Probably for any questions, it's a solo city now, not an Alpha Kingdom city. And as always, the focus is to create the most premium brand experience in all of Earth 2. What the community wants, the community will get, so long as it adheres to the E2 terms of service. And for me, that's pretty much going to be the same way in Chavez. Again, link down below for Guidebook Gaming, where they're giving that away in the poll, and link down below for Chaveztopia if you want to grab one or both. Those are all very, very good. I thoroughly endorse and enjoy both of these. You know, Nameless and King Tech Ops of Guidebook Gaming and Alpha Kingdom, and then the real Randy Chavez for Chaveztopia. Outside of OMI and VV, that is the only thing I really put money into every day. Taking money out of Pokemon cards. Speaking of which, sold another one. I now have, or the order is in for another like 300-something thousand OMI. So it's, I will have 110.3 thousand in the next like day by tomorrow. So I will have that. And again, why am I buying at the top? Also, I guess, in conjunction with this, I will mention that Andrei Jikh had another video recently that I was tagged about, and basically it's like a 10-second clip in there. It says like, oh, hey guys, by the way, when I say that I am making, crazy investments, it's just, he's not endorsing them, he's just covering them because he has to make a living. And he showed OMI saying like, I'm not endorsing them, I'm just covering them so I can make a living. Andrei Jikh is obviously... You do not make, and I assume he's a millionaire, you do not make a, $1 million by failing multiple times. I mean, I guess you can if, you try and little success and then fail a lot, but I don't think he is stupid. I don't think he is dumb. I just think that if he's not endorsing it, he's just misreading some information, or the information that he just hasn't gone through all the way. He just looks at a couple of key points like, oh yeah, it's probably good. Regardless of what he does in his videos, no act of prestidigitation will lead me astray from any of OMI's. Like I said, I'm buying at the top. And he even made the point in the video, look at people who bet with their money. Look at people who advertise and endorse with their money. And again, this is not financial advice coming from me, but I put about $420,000 into OMI, 420. Nice, 420 blaze it. And then not as much in the NFTs, but more than 95% of my net worth is in OMI. Or is in Comey related products, whether it's OMI or NFTs. And I will sell more and I'll buy more. I don't care what the price is, whether it's 0.0077 or 0.009. I'll continuously buy more as long as I can. Why? Because I think this is stupid undervalued. Foster Hilt, I've had him on the podcast a couple of times. His videos are very, very, very undervalued. He was doing a video, it came out yesterday, I believe. And the video yesterday was basically him saying like, hey guys, just so you know that if we look here and we look at out of the 143,000 wallets that we have, that supposedly hold OMI, only about half of them, like 48, 49% of them actually hold OMI. And if you're in the top 50% only own like 100,000 OMI. Like the top 10%, the top 15% hold 1 million OMI or more, and it's just this is not a lot of money. Whereas Doge, and again, OMI is only on like 4 different exchanges. Doge is on like 300 plus. So again, Foster Hilt, that covers that in the video. Definitely go check him out. His videos are very, very good. He is quickly becoming one of my favorite YouTubers. Crazy that he doesn't have as many subscribers. So like I said, I'm buying up here. I'm going to be buying. I'll be doing the live tomorrow for Miles Morales, which is absolutely insane. I didn't do a video. Again, let me tell you guys. since that video I made like 2 nights ago, but I really released like me becoming the first public OMI millionaire. I mean, there's a lot of other people that probably have already, but maybe the first like majorly public one. This is how you would say I opened up a can of worms. So many people that I haven't heard from in a while be like, oh, hey, what's going on? How you been? Yeah, what should I invest in right now? What's with this? Oh, it's like, so I didn't have time to make videos today. I was with the girlfriend for a bit, last night and today. So it was nonstop, just answering questions, answering that. So, which is, I probably should have just said like, hey, just join the stream tonight, and then that'd be fine. But I'm telling, again, people that I haven't heard of, meaning like my friends, I'm telling my friends, hey, buy OMI. I'm telling my friends, like, listen, if I were you, Heather, if I were you, Damien, I would go and second mortgage on my house. I would do cash out refinance, and I would take that extra money, take out an equity line of credit, put all that in OMI. I'm not telling you guys this, I'm telling my friends this, and people that I've served with. So we have a deep bond. We have a deep connection. I tell it to Justin Pierce down there, who is I've known since I was 6. So anyway, I'm gonna get to questions right now. I'm just letting you guys know. Yep, did buy a little bit more OMI, another 300,000 OMI. So I'll have 110.3 in the next day. Randy Warren says, I've been buying all day. Don't think we've seen the top. I mean, we might go down because right now we were at like 0.0. We've gone to 0.0083 like twice now, and we've gone down to, originally it was like 0.0077, but we've gone down to like 0.0075 right now. So I'm hoping we actually go back down to 0.0071 so I could buy more down there. Yeah, we're at 0.0073 right now. I think the last big support line is 0.0071 or 70. If it can get there, or 6.9, like I said, that'd be great. One last time to fill up our bags before we go. Again, I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing. That's pretty much it. Moving on right here. My guys, it's hard for me to buy more now. Average is 0.004. I know it's smart to keep buying though. No regrets for me. I liquidated all I could and maxed out all my buying power at lower prices. Feels good. So yeah, you're doing well. Vladimir Columbet says, "What's up, Randy? How long do you think we will consolidate before we go to 0.009?" The SpongeBob line came in my head. Like we're saying, like I'll give him a week, and Squid was like, I'll give him 11 minutes. When SpongeBob goes out to live with the jellyfish, it's like I'll give it a week. I would say by the 1 to 2 weeks. I mean, again, it's short term is not my specialty. Main wheelhouse is just long term. But like I said, I don't care what it does. Short term, I'll buy if it's down here. I'll buy a 0.0069. I'll buy a 0.009. Why? Because it's whatever it is, it's undervalued. I would. Again, and I was telling people, like a buddy of mine I was talking to this morning says like, oh yeah, well, do you ever think about getting into, like real estate or whatever? And I was like, and that's just like not what I'm about at all. And I basically said like, listen, if there was something else that I thought that would give me a better return, even if it's not as safe as OMI, even if it's a little less safe, but it was going to give me a better return, I would heavily look into it and I would probably diversify a little bit. And the only one that I really, again, that I have money in, my second largest position outside of Akomi products is Earth 2. Now, let me say that again. My second largest position outside of Akomi products is Earth 2. Or I guess my largest position outside of Akomi products is Earth 2. But I haven't seen anything that can do what OMI should do in the next few months going into next year. If I did, then I would tell you guys about it. So that's just what I'm doing. Justin Pierce says, Dashi! What's up, Justin? How's it going, fam? Roz Shaw says, what's your take on the bot issue and this drop while the issue isn't solved? I guess I have to... So I'm going to try to go at this from 2 different angles. One is going to be like the understanding angle. If you're in a place with bad internet, and it doesn't have to be in a place that's not America. You could be in a tech dead zone in the Midwest, in America, and you still probably won't get it. Partly because there is several 100,000 people going for 30,000 comics. So already more than 90% of people won't get this. And I understand that, like, hey, there's enough people going for it already. We don't need more bots. We don't need more of this and more of that. And I don't condone bot. Let me say, I don't condone bot use. I don't. The only thing that I would be like okay with is if a Comey hired someone, be like, hey, you. Don't tell me how they hire somebody, and let's say they hire Mr. Tara Barkley, for Taco Bell, and they say like, all right, Miss Tara Barkley, you are going to do 1 to X amount of bots. You're not going to tell us how many bots there are, and you're going to give us a weekly report of how many you got, how many you did this, just so they could test their systems and just so they can see like how people get past the system. I'd be okay with that, just because, and then the bots that person got is automatically, put back into the store, whatever, what have you. So I don't condone that at all. And when I say that, like I said, there's enough people out there that we don't really need bots. Like I understand the frustration that people are going to, and it sucks. And I know Comey's working on it. They're very well aware of it. I'm surprised they haven't like sent out like a very harshly worded letter that said like, guys, heck off. We're doing as much as we can, but they are they're being very, very graceful and gracious with it. I don't know if I would be that graceful and gracious if I had 10,000, 100,000 people tell me about bots, but they're doing very well. And you can make the argument like, hey, it shouldn't be that hard of an issue to fix. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. So I understand the frustration. I really do. The other part of me just wants to say like, dude, sucks to suck. Like, try to look at things from another perspective. Try to look at things from somebody in a third world country that doesn't have internet. How lucky are you to be able to, one, have internet, to be able to make the money that you're making, either with OMI or with NFTs. Anything that you buy right now, watch Taps Trade's video from earlier today. It was like, listen, this dip that we're in right now, we're still double of where we were in like July, August, like that dip or that high. So even if it goes down another 10%, okay, wait 3 months. What do you think this is going to do? Yeah, a lot of people I feel like don't have patience. Like this way. I don't care. Not that I don't care, but I would be still happy. Nothing would change with me if I didn't get one single drop the rest of the year. Why? Because I know it's just chance. I mean, it has a lot to do with that, but also because I know that I'm already a millionaire. But even if I wasn't, I was like, I already living a pretty good life. Granted, I have no bed, no AC, but again, is that better? I'm living a much better life than most other people, I'm going to say, in the world. Because I don't really have to worry about bills too much. I'm not going to go hungry. So I think looking at this from that point of view gives us a little bit of perspective of like, hey, we're on this floating rock in the middle of Earth. It's crazy that we get to enjoy this at all. I'm just thankful that I get to be a part of this. It'll get better, I promise. So yeah, I hope that helps. Crypto Boy says, hi Randy. When click to buy now, always give error help, please. Well, make sure you update the app. Make sure it's updated. Go to the iOS store or the Google Play Store. Make sure it's updated, and don't hit it when it still has time left on it. Wait for the timer to go away, and then you hit buy now. That's what I do. Most of the times it works. All right, Realtors, finally a Randy video. I was going into withdrawals. Yeah, I only had one live stream yesterday and none today. Hanging out with the girlfriend yesterday, and this morning we watched the first 3 episodes of Gilmore Girls. I, of course, have seen that show like 8 or 9 different times, but she has not, so I get to watch it again. It's like an excuse to watch your favorite stuff. Veve Vault says, hi Randy, Chaveztopia, hashtag Chaveztopia, yeah. Speaking of Veve Vault, check out Star Helix and Veve Vault on Twitter, and at not Star Helix and at David Don. Or I'm sorry, Star Helix and Veve Vault on YouTube, and at not Star Helix and at Hey David Don on the tweeters. Mr. Lotness, hi Randy, I'm special. My mom used to call me special all the time. Now that I am older, I'm pretty sure she meant that she thought I was did. Milham says, hey Randy, yo, what's going on Milham? Cryptoverse says, what's up Randy? L Hex says, Chiba Chiba. Whoop whoop. Not but wonderful, it's Randy Pineapple Guy. I love you guys. S7 says, what's the story behind Dashi? Said it a bunch of times, but basically I was in New York City, had a friend visiting, and this dude I got really lucky. He had a bunch of product coming in from another house. It's basically like storage wars for rich people. He would go in and buy somebody's estate. I was like, listen, I already have stuff. My warehouse is already taking up space. I need to get more product in here. I need to move it. And I got Dashi at a really, really good price. And then Dashi's been with me forever. Frikip says, Andrei tried to FUD XRP and said in the same video he's still holding. I mean, I guess trying to play both sides of the fence. Justin says more FUD. I don't know if it's necessarily FUD. It's just him maybe kind of like covering his own, I don't want to say mistake. Because, I mean, he still says he's HODLing. He's HODLing OMI. But he bought at like 0.009. No, almost at like a penny. And he has like 16 million OMI. So, I mean, he'll still be a millionaire in the future if he's not already. I'm pretty sure he is. But he basically just said, again, maybe he's playing just both sides of the fence. He was making that video with the Dogecoin millionaire also. I don't know if that means anything. It was talking about Shiba versus Dogecoin. I definitely don't like really Doge, and I definitely don't think Shiba, at least it looks like we're able to make some NFTs now, and it looks like, you know, they're burning a lot. So I think Shiba might have the makings of some legs, but I still would not put into it yet. At least for me, I'm not. Olivia's review Amador says, hello from California. Hello, Olivia. Crypto News says, more OMI. Yes, I do have more OMI, or I just got a little bit more OMI. Ehec says, I'm doing it. Doing it. You're becoming mighty. Stanley Bukasas says, we can go to 007 and be fine. Lots of support there. And also the 618 Fibonacci sequence. Agreed. I think today was linked to Evergrande FUD. Things should pick up again soon. I don't think that was it. I think it's just the coin taking a breather, which is fine. Because again, where were we a few weeks ago? Let's take a look. We can do that on these charts. 2 weeks ago. Oh my god, I hate when that happens. 2 weeks ago, we were at. Come on, where were we at? 0.0053. It's 14 days ago. So to go up from 0.0053 to 0.0083 twice in 2 weeks that's a lot. Taking a breather down to 0.0071, if that's the case, I'm 100% on board with that. 100% on board. Why? Or even 6.9. Again, why? Because nothing just goes up in a straight line. You gotta go that. So, just taking a breather is 100% okay with me. And again, even Bitcoin was up like a good amount today, I think. I think it's up to Cash App, which I don't have any money in the Cash App because I transferred it all. We are at about 50. We're about 56 right now. We were at 57. Oh wow, we were at 57.6 before. And now we're at 56.9, which again is good. It's a lot. Remember a few months ago, and we were at like 29,000. Yeah. Kevin said, Randy, I bought a Daredevil comic, secret rare, for $17.50 on auction. What do you think? I think that is a great long-term investment, in my opinion. Apis Bin Senin says, Randy, can you show the full design of the t-shirt you wear now withstanding? Thanks. No problemo. Dragon. I hope that helped, Apis. Stanley Bukava says, people don't like hearing it, but we're waiting for Bitcoin and or MTL, IMX, MCP. Dude, I cannot wait for this market. The Master Collector Program news. I can't wait for OMI utility article. I can't wait for Bitcoin. There's so much going on. A lot of it this month. Again, we're gonna have MTL first before we have OMI to NFT. So I'm 100% fine with that. And as we get the MTL and as we go and able to pull stuff out, people are like, oh, finally, a bunch of people can get in that were waiting. Like, oh, it seems a little scammy, putting money in, but you can't take it out. It's like that one episode of Stripperella where the dude gives her like a penny destroyer. Where it's like, oh, pennies go in, but they don't come out. It's such a stupid show, but that was so fun. Yeah, so it's like that. But once they see like, oh, hey, we can take money out. Now it's a little similar more to Earth 2, where you can take money out and it'll take however long, 12 hours, give or take, whatever. I think that'll just give it a lot more of a professional appearance. Only one link says, I'm all invested in OMI and VV NFTs. OMI already 2x for me and 4x on my NFTs. We are still so early. Agree to 100,000%. This is something that I am, like I said, I'm putting as much as I can into. And outside of the new place that I'm getting next year, I will eat better. But I'm not gonna, nothing will really change. Yes, I'll have a bed. Yes, I'll have air conditioning, and I'll eat better. But for the most part, like, I'm not gonna be going out to fancy restaurants every night. Maybe, like, if the girlfriend wants to go out, I'll spend, like, oh my God, like $80, $100 on dinner. So much with drinks, and we could just buy our own alcohol. Sorry. Yeah, no, if you want a girlfriend, you have to do girlfriend type things. Girls, like, you have to, like, feed them. You have to, like, make sure they have attention. Yeah, so they are, next year nothing's gonna change. I'm gonna live as simple and frugal a life as possible. You'd say it like, oh, you mean cheap? Yeah, I'm gonna be very, very cheap next year, and I will, well, simple but cheap, so I don't have to sell anything. I mean, I'll still sell a couple million OMI. Again, I have to pay taxes, so got to do that. But yeah, my plan is to HODL. 2023, I'll sell a little bit, just to sell some philanthropic goals. But I will, for the most part, I want to have 80 million OMI still when we reach $1. The only reason why I would not have that is if I go hardcore philanthropic goals, or I spend that much OMI on the VVverse. It's the only reason why I wouldn't have it when we reach $1. Because I mean, now at 110.3 million OMI, I could literally spend 4 million. I could sell 4 million OMI, for next year, and then I could sell another 4 million OMI in the VVverse and spend that. That's so much. But yeah, I could do a lot. Cornelia said, I've consolidated most of my other holdings into OMI. I've come up so far with Cardano and Theta. Hard for me to sell those. So risky to go all in on one asset. Randy must have diamond cojones. I've thought about this too, where I have a bunch of people that, like, white checkmark, blue checkmark on Instagram type of people that are, it's a white checkmark if you're in dark mode, blue checkmark if you're not. Tell me, hey, it might be a good idea to cash out. And a lot of them are saying, not the whole thing. A lot of them are like, hey, take a little off the top. You deserve it. And yeah, maybe I do. Or maybe it's so hard for me to do that. Because again, I sell now at not even a penny. Let's say I sell 1 million OMI. Yeah, no, I'm never do. I'm buying here. I'm only buying here. I can't. The amount of money that we will generate and will make, in my opinion, is, I would be very irresponsible for me to sell here. I'd be doing the future animals and myself a very big disservice if I were to try to sell here, even though I'm up a lot. Actuary says, I disagree as far as crypto goes. You could be a complete dipstick and make $1 million. Not saying Andrei is stupid by any means, but I don't go to him for advice at this point. I don't go to him for advice either. I really go to him when everyone says, like, hey, did you see Andrei's last video? And if, like, 1 or 2 people say it, I'll be like, nah. But if, like, 10 or 12 people, hey, see Andrei, I was like, I gotta check it out. So I have to check it out. Dude, honestly, there could be a separate group. So, like, let's get Randy to do stuff. And y'all could just be like, again, if enough people ask me to do something or look into something, I will. Like, a group of, like, 12 of you could go and get together and just be like, hey, let's see what Randy can do today. Let's see what we can get him to look into. And I probably shouldn't be telling you guys this. But yeah, and I do it because, again, how did I get here? How did I get here? I covered the things that people wanted me to cover in Earth 2. I covered the things that people wanted me to cover in OMI and Komi. You guys tell me to buy more, I buy more. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty impressionable. JDog2020 says, that's awesome. You spreading the love / opportunity. Now, my brother-in-law interested, and he's an extremely conservative investor. Picked up $15,000 worth in late August, and now he thinks I'm brilliant. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's be responsible. If you are, so there's there's so many. There's a couple of people that have known like, oh, he's been right about like Tesla and Pokemon, and man, what the this. I think they think I'm just like this Rain Man type of, I guess, type of person. Like, oh man, he can't lose. He can't lose. So when people are saying like, hey, can I just like give you money and you just invest for it? Like, guys, I don't I don't want to open up like be a bank or open up like a money management thing. I don't have the degree for that. Even though I probably could be successful at it, I don't have the actual like Series 7, 67 license or things like that to be able to. But if I say like, oh, this is what I would do, not telling you, and then you get like, oh, again, some things though you can make the right call, like in blackjack, you could make the right call, like, oh, hey, there's a very good chance, like 80+% that a 10 to a king is going to come out, and then you get screwed, and you get a couple of 2 or 3, so it you get effed. You get effed sometimes, even though mathematically you make the right call. E-Hex says, I feel it. Dr. Noob says, people need to stop beating the VV team down all the time with every little issue. Kill your own team, kill the possibility of winning the match, i.e. your investment. I mean, not that I'm condoning people do that. It is good that where we have problems and we recognize it, to tell the team. Now, most likely they are aware of it anyway. But if a bunch of people go and say like, hey, look at this, and they weren't preview to that information, then that is a good thing. I think to stake that they're doing things absolutely wrong and we can do it better is very, very false. I would not have any idea how to. I mean, I would very much like to know, and I'll probably ask them on the next AMA, be like, hey guys, what is a good, on stocks like for Tesla, Square, whatever, we get to hear the CEOs on their, first quarter review and their second quarter review. Will we be able to see the financials? Will we be able to see the profit and loss and the balance sheet? Are you holding any other cryptos on your balance sheet outside of OMI? I would very much like to see the profitability of the company, the bank statements on what's coming in, what's going out. I would very much like to see that. That's just for my own curiosity. I don't think it would really change my investments one way or the other. It might actually dissuade a lot of people like, oh, these guys were not profitable for years. Okay, well, it's hard to be profitable when you have no money incoming and all you're doing is spending money getting these licenses. So it's probably good that they didn't do that for the first few years. Again, if you don't have product out, not making money, and they killed it turning it around, and I'm pretty sure they turned profit this year. It's insane the amount of money that they're making, and it's just the beginning. Bad Hair Club says, watch the new Pokemon Jungle movie. It was okay. Me and my friend Megan and her fiance Nick, we just watched Pokemon, or what is it? Pikachu and Eevee movie. What's it called? No. Friends, I think it's called. Pikachu and Eevee Friends. Yeah, that was movie. And it was okay. It had a lot of Generation 1 and Generation 2 Pokemon, which was really cool. But there wasn't really the story was alright, It's okay. Ginferno says, howdy. Daniel Southwood said, just to say congratulations on your investment. Thank you. El Heck says, how do you think these collectibles and comics will do on OpenSea and other markets? They should do very well. Because again, I think what a lot of OpenSea will do is Marvel will get, in this agreement, who's going to, does anyone really know who VV is yet? OpenSea might be, they might know who they are just from discussions, but it would be really hard for VV to go to OpenSea and be like, hey, I know you're just taking us on, and we're kind of new at this, but you need to take all of these people that draw like things of Spider-Man and things of make ETFs. Oh, I'm sorry, not ETF, NFTs of Batman and Superman. Need to take them all down. And VV might say to somebody new, like, oh, well, who the heck are you? This is my platform. But if Disney comes in and say, yeah, OpenSea, you're with their fleet of lawyers that they pay like $1,000 an hour for, and be like, you're gonna do this, or we're gonna own you. And OpenSea are like, okay, yes, sir, Mr. Mouse, sir. That's probably what's gonna happen. So I love this partnership that they have. And again, why I say Disney, I'm not confirming that they have or don't have Disney. I'm just saying that, well, they have Marvel, and that's who's going to come in and say, like, hey, you need to take off all these other things. Why? Because that will impede and pilfer from their profits, from their products. So the only Marvel products that are going to be on OpenSea are actually Marvel licenses. And what's going to happen? One is a much better artwork than people are used to. Much better designs. They're actually some of them based on physical collectibles. It's amazing. DC is going to have the same thing. I am heckin' hella excited for this. Like, you don't even know. I think they will do very, very well. And again, that's just Marvel. What do you say? Again, the comics are all Marvel anyway. But yeah, I think Cartoon Network can do the same. I think Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, all that. I think they'll do the same. Grandmaster Wallace says, I got a secret rare Thanos comic. Oh my god, no heckin' way. Dude, that's amazing. Should I hold? How much will it be worth in a year and beyond? It's about 12. Yeah, definitely hold. If that secret rare Thanos is only 1,200 right now, you hodl on for dear life. I don't even know what the mint number is. I don't think it even matters. That's something that there's, what, like 600 of them out there that were ever minted. So definitely, I would definitely hodl if I had one of those right now. Moving on, I'm going to do my 30-minute Patreon member shout out. Oh, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? It's going to be, oh, what's the Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. We're going to solve that mystery. I see a Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's a Scooby-Doo? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Don't look back. You might find another clue. What's the Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. God, I love Simple Plan so heckin' much. That is who sings that song. In case you don't know, I've told a couple people before, maybe I haven't in a while. October 31st, 2019, I take a buddy of mine to Paramount to see Simple Plan. I was supposed to meet like 2 other people there. One other person showed up. And in the middle of Simple Plan's, like, their whole set, they're like, hey guys, thank you so much for coming in. We love you all. It's great to rock out of the Paramount in Huntington. That's where I was living at the time before I went to Massapequa. And I was just like, oh, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. And then suddenly they go, what's this Scooby-Doo? And I was like, oh, it was crazy. It was insane. The moshing was so heckin' cool. Warped Tour, Ozfest, oh my god. Oh, sorry. Reliving my youth. All right, I digress. Dr. Doom says people. Oh, I'm sorry. Grandmaster Wawa in a year, $5,000 in a year, probably Grandmaster Wawa. Dr. Doom says people think $1 is OMI's peak, bro. When Dogecoin hit 1 cent, like 5 Elon took at it to a $30 billion market cap. Imagine what OMI will do. Imagine the future celebrity endorsement plus everything else. So that's the other thing. If you look at Doge, again, in Foster Hilt's video, he mentions all of this, so credit to him. One account owns 47% of the market. Let me repeat that. One account owns 47% of the market. I think it was 500 or 600 people own 82% of the market. There's like, I don't know how many millions and millions of people that have it. Less than 600 people own 80% of the Doge market. That is stupid. Like, that's not stupid, crazy, bananas good. No, that's just stupid. That's dumb. So I never invested in Doge. And I love Elon Musk, like, a lot. Like, I think he's probably one of the smartest, if not the smartest people on Earth. So again, maybe he sees something that I don't. I know he's working with them right now. Maybe he fails. I don't know. But again, just take that and look at what do we have? Like, out of the 140,000 something wallets, I think Foster Hill said only like 67% of them, or 67,000 of them, really had any good amount of OMI. Yeah. Dr. Doom says, yeah, so I agree. $1 OMI is not the peak. $1 OMI is when I start to sell the majority of it. You know, little by little. I'm not gonna, if I have 80 billion OMI at that time, or I'm sorry, 80 million OMI at that time, I'm not gonna sell it all at once. All right, $1 million here, you know, $1 million there, you know, every week or so. And then as I do that, just, you know, put it into a bunch of charities. Maybe I'll put it into another investment. I don't know. But yeah, It's gonna be a lot. Josh says, how much Tesla do you have? Did you have at what price? I had I had at one point like $150,000 worth or more, like 50K or 80. However, I used some of it to pay for that trophy Kangaskhan, and and that was last year, and then this year I sold my 100 grand, what I had left for OMI. And then the trophy Kangaskhan I sold for OMI. So all of it went to OMI. Ow. So at one point I think it was maybe 150 grand, maybe a little more than that. So it was a good amount. I forget what price it was, but however much shares equals that. Ginferno says, you're going to eat better at your new place. Thanks for the heads up. I better sell Taco Bell stock now before it drops. That it might. I'm pretty sure I'm the biggest customer that is around me. Yeah. Grandmaster Mawile says there's 79 viewers, yet there are less comments than usual. Interesting. Well, there are 93 now. I don't know how that affects the comments, but I'm hoping that maybe people are just. A lot of people listen to me while they're at work. A lot of people listen to me maybe while they're working out. But a lot of it at work, so maybe they just don't have time to sit and watch me for an hour. They have busy days. Although I did get a couple people saying like, "Hey, you making a video today? You all right?" Apparently, if I don't make a video a day, people get concerned. Like, "Are you okay? Do we need to send out a search party?" Jose says, "Why are the prices in VV Marketplace dropping so much? People need gems. People want gems for." So tomorrow's drop, and I've said this before. I made the joke. I'm gonna make it again. Miles Morales, brown Spider-Man. Let me say it again. Miles Morales, a brown Spider-Man. Being brown, black or brown, minority in like the 90s, 2000s, not too many heroes to look up to. Not saying that they're, you're brown, you can't be a hero. Just a lot of people were white, which is, fine. That's, with the color of their skin. I still loved Captain America. I still loved Wolverine. I still loved, Superman, Batman. Like I did, but it was just, I loved Legend of Zorro. Why? Because Antonio Banderas was brown. It was like, oh, hey, that's really cool. And it's just interesting to see brown people. And I don't mean to get all like racial, like, oh, you know what? This person, they've been white for too long. They should be brown now. I'm not one of those people at all. I mean, what they did with Nick Fury. Nick Fury is white in the comics, but he is Samuel L. Jackson can be whoever he wants. That is perfect. I love that. Now, I'm not saying that if you're an Asian character, you should probably be played by an Asian person. If you are a lot of people do get whitewashed. Like the landlord from, I think, Breakfast at Tiffany's with Mickey Rooney. Oh my God, Mickey Rooney playing that Asian. That was so racist. So funny, but that was so racist. When they had Tom Hardy, who's a fine actor, play Bane, I was pissed. Not because, he was... And I have a point to this, I promise. Same losing viewers. I was pissed. Not because he wasn't a good actor. He played the role well as he could. The movie was but I was like, all right, that's like the one person that's like brown in DC here that we have, at least, in kind of mainstream. He should probably be played by a brown person. But anyway, I digress. What I mean by this is when Miles Morales, came out mainstream, it's like, oh, a brown Spider-Man. Every single minority ever is going to go for this comic. This is probably going to be one of the better comics to go for. Probably top 5 in my opinion, because he's so loved. He's the next Spider-Man. When, Peter Parker is down and out, Miles Morales takes yeah, so if you are ever going to get a comic, if you're ever going to buy one, this is probably one of the ones to get. Andrei says KYC will kill the whole bot issue. It very well would. Very well might. But why are VP prizes? Yeah, they need gems. Why? Because, gems for this. Gems for the last James Bond set. They want to have gems for the market. The Master Collector program. Because if you're in that, you will get land easier. So, yeah. Sell your old Patreon member shout-out papers on Etsy. I don't know if people would buy that. That's a really good idea. I think, well, historically, people might want things that I had. I would never auction off Dashi. Would I auction off my Lucius Malfoy cane? Maybe. I mean, I do have special memory with him. Me and my friend Jill went to Harry Potter World, and the cane is damaged, so it's not like in mint condition or anything, but it was real Randy Chavez's. Yeah, me and my friend Jill, we went to Harry Potter World, and I got this when I was there with her, and I like the memory, so maybe I don't know. I'm very sentimental, sometimes. So, but yeah, that's a good. Maybe I should do something like that, Grandma Swahal. Basically, Pokemon Tarzan. Hey, boys, congratulations, Randy. So happy for my fellow homie becoming a millionaire. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Foley. Omar Kasaje says, good evening, Randy and Dashi. Good evening. Cosmo says, don't tell me that Andrei Jikh caused the price to go down. No, it was going down before he said anything. I don't think, and again, I don't care. Like, good, let me fill my bags one last time. I know I keep saying this all the time, like, one last time. I feel like this is like the 8th sequel of like a movie that was started out good, second one was good, third one was good, and then just one last time, and then it just killed it. Now it's 8 times. Like, all right, Randy Chavez, I see you. It's time. Okay, sure. Slava says, "What's up, Randy? Yo, what up, Slava?" Gooseneck says, "VV and the Master Collector program. If it is a disappointment, it would be a disaster for the whole project. What is the point in spending 25K on NFTs if there's not big rewards?" So I'll go backwards. Last question first. Point of spending, I spent 45K on these because they're very, very limited amounts. They're very, I know what collectibles are. It's how I made part of my fortune in Pokemon. So even if there's not a huge amount of, rewards in the Master Collector program, even though I'm sure there will be. Although there might be a point to that where it might not seem like it right now. They might say like, okay, well, what? Yeah, it might give me points in the Master Collector program, but the Master Collector program means diddly squat up until the VVverse is launched. And to those people's credit, to that argument, you're right, but it is going to get harder and harder to get those points for the Master Collector program because more and more people are coming in, and the mint amount of these are not changing. It doesn't seem like it anyway. Maybe they will in the future, but I think we all just got stupid lucky. Again, buying these NFTs, even if there weren't market Master Collector program things out there, they're still going to go up just because they're digitally premium NFTs. So yeah. And I've gone into that thing like, maybe the VVverse doesn't work out. Maybe the Master Collector program, maybe it bombs. But I do believe strongly that it will be a success. Just based on what I've seen with the company so far. Village Arsonist TV says, I'm focusing on low mint uncommons. Pretty good. That's probably good call. Josh B says, can anyone here help me? I sent Bitcoin to my Bit4X over 24 hours ago to buy more OMI, but still has not arrived. But all confirmed, double-checked address, all good. I have no idea how to read the blockchain. Try to get in contact with Bit4X and see what's going on. Are you sure you sent it to the right address? Yeah, you got to make sure it's a Bitcoin address. If it was like Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum or something else, it won't get there. It'll probably be lost. But yeah, I would definitely contact Bit4X. Justin misses mosh pits. Yeah. Yo, what up, Brendan? How's it going? Yeah, address is correct. Send Bitcoin. Not. Yeah, it's really confused. Normally sends within an hour. Elon owns 50. I don't think Elon owns 50. I don't think he's the one that owns 50% of Doge. Probably could if he wanted to, but I don't think that's him. Brenzy says, Josh B, if you send another slight amount to the same address, it may go through. It may be stuck for some reason. It's also true. Justin says, preach. JB says, tried 3 transactions, mates. Thanks anyway. Yeah, I'd say go Bit4X. Contact them. Trust Wallet and Coinbase. Interesting. Yo, what's up, Quad Shoto? How's it going, man? Been a while. Josh B says, definitely Bitcoin. Don't know if it's true, but I heard people thought that big Dogecoin account might be Robinhood's. That's big. It might. Robinhood definitely has a position. I don't know about how big. I'm going to go on the YouTube and I'm going to like my own video. Why? Because it's going to give me 50 likes. Oh, you are the man. All right. Thanks, guys. I heard that from George Ginferno. George. Heard people thought that. Yeah. Oh, so George. We are all George. Josh B says, just going to wait and contact. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. 99 cryptos might be stuck on the blockchain. Yeah, he's going to go. He's going to call. So that's probably good. I listen to you whenever you're on, dude. Oh, thanks, Cryptoverse. Thanks, man. So it says, if Dashi is your emergency contact, I will text Dashi if Randy is in trouble. So I do have I have an interesting group of friends, or at least a couple of them, that are. Yeah, I will be fine. They are very well armed, crazy. 2 of them are girls. Well, 3 of them are girls, but only 2 of the girls are crazy. And the other one is, but she doesn't really care about me. So there's 4 girls. But anyway, I have a bunch of friends. If anything ever happened to me, I would be fine. They would, yeah, it would be. I'm trying to think. It would. No, I'm trying to think. Like they kidnap me and they take me to like Brazil or somewhere in Europe or Singapore. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'd be fine. And be advised, guys, that there might be a time where it probably won't. It'll probably never happen. Where let's say something happens to one of my friends or whatever, and the same thing would happen. Oh, guess what? We got to go to Fez, or we got to go to wherever to go get our kidnapped friend. I'll be gone for a week. I'll let, if you don't see me for a week, that's probably what was happening. But to be honest, though, I'd make a post and be like, "Hey guys, going on vacation for a couple days," and hopefully you guys see that post. No worries. Static Shock was an OG. Yo, Static Shock was legit. Static Shock was that was just a good show. And even old Static Shock was in an episode of Justice League, so that was pretty cool. Sophia Vong Chim says, "Can you please explain the drop of OMI price the last few days?" Just taking a breather. Let me just show you something real quick. I'll show you on the. Oh no! I can't believe. I always go and. All right, moving on. I'm going to show you the chart right here. I'm going to go to CoinGecko.com and it'll show. Again, just look at the last 30 days. Look at the last 30 days and look at we were up to 6.0 at one point, or twice, right? 6.2, 6.4, whatever. And then what happened? Then what happened? Well, we went down to about 4.9 down there. Now, why is that? Well, it just took a breather. There was a little bit of resistance, and it had to take a breather before we broke out. Like a couple weeks later, up to 0.0068, 69, and that was the new resistance until we broke out again, and we've reached 0.0083, 83 a couple of times. And what happened after that? Well, now in the last couple of days, we're taking a breather, and I'm completely fine with taking a breather. Why? Because nothing goes up in a straight line. That's just the way things work. We go up, we consolidate, we go up, we go down, we go up. It's like Katy Perry. You're hot and you're cold. You're yes and you're no. Stretch it out to 90 days. Same thing. I'm 100% okay being this down from this up, because what happened last time? We were down from that up, and down from that up, down from that up. So it's just the way it goes. We don't go up a straight line. I'm 100% okay with this right now until our next leg up. Once we break 0.00834, where do we go? 9.99? $1? I'm sorry, a penny? I don't know. But it's just taking a breather. VV Vision says, "What's your favorite looking VV NFT? Doesn't matter the cost." This is gonna sound so stupid. Nessie from Cryptkins. It's a Loch Ness monster, and it looks like a demented Lapras. Lapras from Pokemon. Look that up. So cool, so majestic, such wow. Doge. No, sorry. It is awesome. It just looks cool. It looks like a deranged evil Lapras, but it's the Loch Ness monster. Like Loch Ness monster and Lapras if they had babies. It looks great. Me Vision says, I worded that the worst way possible. I do what you're looking at. I do what you're getting at. Oh, the one that says, yes, I'm listening while doing errands. Miles Morales, Black and Puerto Rican Teenager Spider-Man. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Tony says, you think this is the best comic to buy the whole set? Well, now, yeah. Because, I mean, again, do you want to go and spend, $50,000 on that Marvel comic right now? Or, yeah, that might double. That might go, but, some of these, they might 10x. I mean, let's say they're like $2,000 for the secret rares. Well, you think that could be 20? Yeah, absolutely. Not the next week or anything, but, by next year, maybe. James White says, awesome shirt, Randy. Why, thank you. The Dragon Ball Z. And we got the big Will Coulter with a $2 super chat. What's going on, Will? How's it going? How's it going, fam? Me and Will used to work right across from each other. For those of you that saw that video yesterday and see what a mess my house is, what Will had to do when we used to work right across from each other is he had to set up 3 computer monitors so that we can have to go in, and he didn't have to look at my mess that was on my desk. This is nothing new. I have been messy for a long time. I know it says better than Monday Night Raw. Oh, thanks, man. I used to love wrestling back in the day. For those of you that are in the military or haven't been in the military, what you need to know is if you're young and you like wrestling, join and deploy. The only thing that you watch on TV when you deploy is college football and wrestling. It is so much fun. So awesome. Georgian says, OMI can't go up forever. Bitcoin will pump first, then alts. 2017, bull run. You want your coin position around 5 cents in early January for a skyrocket 2 weeks to insane highs. So, like you said, Bitcoin will go up first, which it is. It was at 57.6. It's at 56.9 right now. 6.9. Nice. And why that's important is because this is just before the Bitcoin ETF. When that gets approved, and I know I've been saying this for months, but October 28th, right around the corner. What time is it? It's 11th. So 2.5 weeks. That is, again, there's just not enough supply right now. If every single millionaire wants 1 Bitcoin, they cannot do it. Cannot happen. Why? Because there's 3 times the amount of millionaires as there are Bitcoin that can ever be created, and not including the ones that were lost. So there's a lot. And, altcoins will go right along with that. When Bitcoin 2x's by the end of the year, going to 100,000, and OMI at the time of that happens, let's say it's at 2 cents, they can 4x. Yeah, I think 5 cents, which is my prior guess, I think is very conservative considering what's all to come. Moving on. Grandmaster Wallace says, comic book stores are in trouble now, so imagine you can walk into a store in the future and buy an NFT. They've been in trouble for a while. And part of the only reason they've stayed is because, again, kids that want to go in and read comics on their phones, they still buy the comic so they can scan the QR code and read it on their phones. Comic book stores have been, kind of bleeding money for a while because the artwork is so much better, the stories are so much better than they were, 40 years ago, but, a lot of stuff is online now. Things are going the wayside. Feels bad, man. Good times at comic book stores. Giohanna says, you're awesome, Randy. Thanks for backing OMI. Between OMI and Tiger King, I'm looking good. Oh my god, is T-King a Tiger King crypto? I don't know if I'd invest in that, but that is fun. That is funny. Now, I have friends that put in, I'll throw in $100 and shoot just for the fun of it, just for the lols, just for the memes. And I was like, all right, if you want to do it, just to have fun, sure, why not? Manuel Bermani says, congrats for becoming a millionaire, mate. I got emotional watching your video last day. I hope to join the club soon. I'm at 5 million ohms. Love you, dude. Thanks, brother. Hugs for you. Yeah, it was, I made sure. I was like, no, not going to cry in this video. We're good. And I know it was good. It was fine. My girlfriend wanted to watch it yesterday. We were at my friend's house. And she's like, no, put it on the TV. It's like, babe, I'll cast whatever you want to this TV. We wound up watching Cobra Kai, Johnny being Johnny for 10 minutes. And it's just Johnny Lawrence being just like a brute, just being himself. So that was really fun. But I showed her in private because I was a little embarrassed. I don't want other people... watching myself, I don't like watching myself. It's just... Johnny Depp doesn't watch his own movies. Not that I'm comparing myself to Johnny Depp. But I don't... Yeah. We're going to move on. 99 says, I would give anything for Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego of Gogeta/Vegito. Oh my god, that'd be insane. Vegito, Gogeta, I love Dragon Ball Z. Teen Gohan, even though he's like 11 years old at the time he fights Cell, one of the most, oh my god, that, I probably watched that scene. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. 16 dies, and Gohan's like, 16, he loved life. He gave everything up to save it, and then like this red line just goes in his head like, and he's like, and I won't hold back, Eddie. And he goes Super Saiyan 2. I was like, oh, my little like 12-year-old mind at the time was like, girl. I was freaking out during those Cell games. I was like, oh, it's happening, finally happening. So yeah, that was one of the greatest moments of my childhood. In my life, it's close. It's close. Top 100, definitely. Sophie Vong Chim says, what did Andrei Jikh said? So, for those that weren't here before, Andrei Jikh basically said, like, hey, guys, just because I cover something doesn't mean I'm endorsing it. And he had his OMI video on there. So, it's like, you know, I make videos because I have to make a living too. I think he's just kind of trying to save face, putting $150,000 into that at 0.009 right before it plummets to 0.001. Obviously, it did that over time, and he's still hodling, which is good, because he'll make money eventually. He'll make millions on that if he hodls. I'm really hoping he doesn't sell, because that is, again, I would not consider him a whale, because at 16 million you could sell that. We had 98 million sell walls the other day, like 98 million OMI being sold, 8 right through that. So 16 million. That's a Tuesday. That's a more normal hour on a Tuesday. It's fine. So he wouldn't be able to affect the market. But that's what he said. It's just he's consistently said like, oh, well, this is my riskiest investment. I do not think, you know, if you're talking about crypto, this is one of the, I think, top 20, if not top 10 safest investment. And again, just my opinion. If I'm going to like my friend Damien or my friend Heather, and I was like, hey guys, yeah, we're this is probably one of the safest investments you could make as far as crypto is concerned. I get it. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Coin, Solana, CRO. Yeah, they're all pretty good. Do I think Okomi is better than some of them? Yeah. Yeah, I think that it has the potential to surpass some of those on there. Will it ever surpass Bitcoin, Ethereum? Probably not. But could it pass CRO and Solana? And yeah, at some point. Again, not next year, but, you know, in the next decade, possibly. Grandmaster Moss says, we can burn lots of OMI by getting people to send OMI to the wrong address. Oh, that is, oh, wait, you're absolutely right. We could, but that is, I love you, man. That is not, we want them to burn it by buying land in the VV-verse. We want them to burn it by buying NFTs with it. We don't want them to burn it by doing that. Grandmaster Moss says, FBI or IRS froze his Bitcoin. Who's Bitcoin? Who's Wop Mammoth says Secret Rare Animated Spider-Man 66, $1 million NFTs one day. It will probably be $100,000. I mean, it's already like what, like $9,000 for the floor of that Spider-Man one, and see, y'all laughed when I paid $3,200 for it. Y'all laughed, but you know what? Who's laughing now? I still cringe because I could have got it for like $1,800, but yeah, I digress. I would say that in general the floor might get to $100,000. So having a top, would it be better if it was 69, or it would be better if it was like in, you know, sub 50 or sub 60? Sure, but yeah, it's sub 100 and over 6 figures, which is fine, is definitely in the cards for it. Who's next says, Randy, some land down the road is not good enough. The first thing they have to do is burn all sub 40 NFTs they're holding or give them out to master collectors as rewards. I mean, it's possible. If you go in the 1% of people that, well, I'm in the 1% of people that hold OMI, but you could hold OMI and not stake. You could hold OMI and not have NFTs. So, I think it'll be a combination of a lot of things. Let me try to re-answer this question here. Give them out. They very well could. I don't think it would benefit a Comey to be like, oh, hey, you have so much money that you could buy this amount of NFT to stake, you could buy this amount of sets of collectibles, and for that we're going to give you this. Now, should those people be rewarded for taking a giant risk on OMI and investing tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yeah, I mean, if I was running this company, I'd be like, oh, wow, this person's investing a lot. Like, hey, thanks for the vote of confidence. You could put your money anywhere, but you're choosing to put it in my company. Let me give you something for it. So I would, but also I would. I think land giveaways might be, land giveaways when they do that, because they probably will. That will probably be more random, and the NFTs. Again, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Whatever they do decide to do, I imagine they have heavily weighed multiple pro-con lists, and they do that. So I'm going to go for my 60-minute Patreon member shout-out. You hear the screeching of an owl. You hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl. And it's terror time again. We've got you running through the night. It's a terrifying time. Alright. That was Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Ivar N says, congrats, Randy. Super happy for you. You are definitely now in charge of your future. Yeah, I think so as well. I think that being able to go and... Not only mine, and I've had a couple people ask, because I gave you guys the first look. I posted here, I posted on Twitter, and Reddit, I think. But I didn't post it on Facebook until last night. So you guys got a first look. And I had a bunch of people come and contact me today and last night and saying, like, hey, and I posted that, hey, I'm going to be working with Nat Geo, the Irwins. I'm going to partner with the Australia Zoo and try to, buy some more land for that. So my main goal is conservation, but if there is while I'm alive and I have tens of millions of dollars, which I don't have yet, I just, barely have $1 million on paper, it would be, if there was a threat to humanity or human consciousness, I would try to pivot my efforts toward there and say, hey, because it is, I know in the grand scheme of things, which nobody really looks at, the sun eventually will grow, get bigger, and dry up our oceans. The sun will eventually grow and get bigger, and life on planet Earth might cease to exist. So to save like the human race, if somehow that's accelerated, would be to try to pass one of the great filters and become a multi-planetary species, in which you would need a lot of engineering work. Elon Musk is doing really, really well with this right now. I think Blue Moon or Blue Origin, I'm sorry, not the beer. Blue Origin has a potential of helping with this, at least getting to the moon. Maybe helping with set up a base on the moon, and then SpaceX working, to build up a city on Mars. That would be the only way I would really pivot, because, we have so many, brilliant people that are a lot richer than I am working on those issues that I could help conservation right now. But again, if what was the so yeah, when you say I'm in charge of my future, I could be in charge of other people's as well. And right now, I think that's a good thing. Shashbi's laughing. I was 2 million OMI holder here. You'll be a millionaire as well. The guy, Will Coulter down there, has a nice small position if he hodls. Be a millionaire this decade as well, I believe. Mark L says, I have that shirt too. Target. I got this at Hot Topic. Yeah, it says, first Human Torch common comic is now $50. Heyo, nice. Sophie Vong Chim says, thank you, Randy. No problem. Super Duper Hank says, Randy, I think Andrei is going to make a new video about OMI soon. That'd be pretty cool. That would be interesting to see. I'll watch it. Point Spirit says, what are master collection requirements? We will have an article, hopefully this week. We were supposed to have it the last 2 weeks, but they've clearly been busy with New York Comic Con. They've been busy with a bunch of drops, MTL, OMI to NFT. So we should get the OMI utility and the the Master Collector Program articles this week. I'm hoping. I hope they don't make liars out of me again. And we got Will Coulter with that $2 super chat, and also saying that this is way better than Monday Night Raw. Hey-yo! We talk about wrestling a lot here, Will. Richard Hart is a genius. Says, what are your thoughts on Pulse Chain? I do remember looking back into that prior. I really don't remember what my findings were. So I don't think I can say anything good or bad about it right now. I don't. When I remember reading about that, I don't really remember any malicious intent with it. I don't really remember me thinking anything bad about it. But again, I don't know. Brendan Z says, who's winning Monday Night Raw? Says, I'll hit you up tomorrow, my dude. Thanks, Will. Brendan says, who's winning Monday Night? I don't know. Foster Hill says, hey, brother, when did you get into Tesla? I always forget to ask you on our lives, and my buddies are hounding me about it. I got ow, sorry, I had some nose hairs. I'm crying. Late 2019, early 2020, when it was like $700, going up to $900, $950, and the pandemic hit, and then that's when I really started buying in. I was like, oh, girl. And I put in a lot of my net worth into Tesla at the time, and then that was so yeah, that's when I got into Tesla. If you want to say when I got out, let me know. Tony says, what would you consider the safest investment on VV? Well, safest does not mean that it will moon harder or higher. Safest just means that it'll like retain its value and maybe go up a little bit. I would say anything bearing secret rare, anything with a low amount of mints. But again, Donnie I think is properly rated as long as you HODL. I don't know, because Donnie can go down. He could go down if you have a bunch of people going in and saying, hey, I want to sell my Donnie for other things. Then I would say it's possible that could go down. I would say, honestly, anything though right now, if I were to tell like Will Cole, hey, Randy, what should I buy? I'm like, well, how much money do you have? Collect what you like, but I would say definitely collect sets. And if you had to only buy one thing, if you only had like one set and like 15 grand available, I'd say buy that Harley Quinn set. I would say buy the first set ever. The first set ever is probably your safest bet. That Todd McFarlane, that Eddie Rizzo, and the other two, those four, that's probably your safest bet. If we're going that way, I would say that. It took me a little while to get there, but I got it. DI says, first supercar NFT would be great exposure to big base, and you could limit the car builds 1-to-1 for Bugatti, for example. Oh God, 1-for-1. That's true. Well, we have GM, and we also have we have Fast and Furious. So cars. I mean, and we're no stranger to cars. We have DeLorean and we have the Ecto One. So good stuff. Ryan Sarton says, did somebody bid $1 million on a Dragon Girl in the marketplace? Saw that posted, mine nothing. Venture nothing gain. If they did, it was a mistake. Sophie Vong Chim says, what's your thoughts on James Bond 007? Seems undervalued to me, especially the ultra rare and the rare one. I think that right now it is maybe properly rated for right now, but I think most of these NFTs are undervalued. People go and collect them just to complete sets. Says, did Andrei Jikh spread the FUD? It wasn't really FUD. It's just a couple people asked me about it, like, hey, what do you think about this? And it's like, okay, I'll cover it. So he just seems like he's confused, like he doesn't know which side to go on. It's like, hey, I bought it and I'm hodling. It's like, but I'm not endorsing it. I'm just covering it to make a living. It's like, can you play the two sides of the fence any more than you are? So I just think it's confusing to some people. Mark said, yeah, that was the best moment of Gohan. Crypto Boy says, would the timer go away altogether and press the buy now button? Press now. No. If you press the buy now button when the timer says 0, you will get a sorry, it failed. You have to wait for that to go away, and then you press 0, and then you press the buy now. Council says, when are the major sell walls? 99? What? 09? What are you swing trading at? I am not swing trading, but 7.5, 8.0, or 8.3 is like the resistance now. I'd say that the next big resistance might be 9 or 9.9 or something. Again, we don't know, but psychologically, that 9.9 level probably be pretty big, in my opinion. Or we could blow right past it. Who knows? So it says resistance are incoming. All resistance is futile. Ad says, I've had Bitcoin get delayed sending Bit4x if the system is slow or they're doing an upgrade or whatever. It can take a dumb amount of time. Josh says, thanks. Thank you, Randy. I believe in OMI and HODL. I've been accumulating at the bottom after Andrei Jikh bought at the top. Yep, same here. What's up, Brandy NH? How's it going? Milham says, hey, sweetie Brandy. Squid Cat says, you bought Gold Dragon Girl at 1,700 2 days ago. Now the floor is... Oh, is the floor 2.4? Get the fudge out of here. Get the fudge out of here. Let's go to VV. I haven't checked the app like all day. And also, you're welcome. When I was checking the app yesterday for whatever reason, and I saw the Mondo drop, and I posted on my YouTube and I posted on Twitter, guys, go! There's like 12 minutes left. And I didn't even get anything on the drop. I should have kept my little mouth shut, but I didn't, and a bunch of people got it. You're welcome. Let's see what the Gold Dragon Girl is. Oh, 2.4 today. Hey, yo, I made the right decision. Yeah, I on the long term, it's a Comic-Con exclusive. It's a secret rare. I'm going to get it. Grandma Swallow says, Randy is God. Once you are a billionaire, you must start your own Squid Game. Oh, my God. That's horrible. Grandma Swallow, you're so funny, man. Dude, I can't wait to have a beer with you. I can't wait. The stuff that comes out, like, can I quote Fort Minor? You wouldn't believe the stuff that comes out of this kid's throat. I think that would be pretty frivolous and almost offensive form of capitalism, where I like of absolute wealth, where I create my own Squid Game. Again, I love capitalism. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. But there is a point where it's like, okay, well, what are you doing with this money? Again, that being said, we will have, and I talked to the CEO and president of Bad Girl Fight Club, girlfight.club, yesterday. We will have some nice entertainment at least the 10-cent OMI party, and maybe beyond. Who knows? Only one link says, did you catch the Mondo drop, or did you just buy it? I bought the marketplace. What's the 3 most undervalued collectibles on VV? Just want to start the discussion for the new folks. Undervalued, I would say it might be one of the Myrmicornos or Unicornos or the Cryptkins, because they're so cheap. Like, again, let's take a look. Let's take a look, shall we? Take a look-see. And get some things from Chavez here. I have 40 sets now, by the way. Hey-o. There's choices. There's maybe the Marvel Mighties too. But Marvel Mighties have a lot of them. Let's just go with Myrmicorno. It's the first one that came up. And what are some of the commons? Let's say Korra. Korra's a common Myrmicorno. Has 9,000. 9,000 of her, and there's 22. There's a lot more than 9,000 people coming in, and she's only $22. Now that being said, I have Korra. But let's go Gelatina. How much is Gelatina? $20 or $21. We go to the Unicornos. What I did, I only own 3 multiples. I have 2 hymns. I have a couple of Tropicanas from the other one. And then I have 22 Stelinas, which are going for right meow about $30. I bought them all between like $22 and $28. They're $30 now. And those are 5,500. So I would say that the commons here, like Dolce, 34. Again, there is about half of the commons on the Unicornos. The Unicornos have about half the amount of availability on the market. And not only that, but they also have about, not half the mints, but about 40%, or I'm sorry, 60% of the mints that the other ones have at 9,000. These have 5,500 for the commons, and half of them are available on the market as opposed to the other one. Again, 150 versus 330, 170 versus 340. So I would say that the Unicornos are better than the Myrmicornos as far as the commons. And let me see the Cryptkins if I can real quick. Where'd they go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever. Okay, Cryptkins. Let's take a look at some of these here, which might be similar to the other ones. Let's say Bigfoot is a common. Bigfoot has 9,000 of them, 273 out there. and it's about $19, $20. So out of the Kripkins, the Myrmicornos and Unicornos, I would say that the common Unicornos are better. They would be a better bet than the other ones. Just my opinion. Squid Cat says, haha, Squid Game is Netflix's most popular show ever. I don't know about ever, but I'm on episode 2. No, I'm sorry, I'm on episode 3. You know, second half of episode 1, amazing. Episode 2 is a little boring. Episode 3, also a little boring. As right now, I'm only just into episode 3. But I hear it's like amazing. I hear it's like so good. Like you have to watch it. So I'm watching it. I'm a sheep. Ab Salcedo says, I mean, I'm out after the slapping game. Oh, slapping. Was that? I don't know. Maybe I didn't get that far. Right, and H says, hi babe at Milham. Kaka says, what do you think about the VV bots? They are a big pain for normal collectors or not really? I think that in general, it's very hard to get a lot of these drops. It's been getting harder every single drop because more people get in every day, every single day. And out of the people that get in each day, I'm going to say 1% of them can go and they'll participate in each drop. 1% of them, minimum, are going to go in and be like, oh, this is what I have to do. It might take a little bit of learning curve. But yeah, it gets harder every day. And bots, even though, do they make it harder for people? Yeah, absolutely. Is it going to be hard with or without them? Yeah, it'll be hard anyway. You have a couple 100,000 people going for 30,000 comics. Most people, 9 out of 10 people, will not get anything. That being said, what we have is it's definitely not making the problem better. It's making the problem worse. But you know, it's going to be hard anyway. And the bot issues, I don't think is their biggest issue. Well, actually, it probably is. They don't actually have. They don't have a lot of issues. Like the biggest issues that they have is like, you know, when Pokemon, you know, when Moon, when Lambo. So yeah, it might actually be that their most biggest, but it's not their biggest issue that they need to pay attention to. They need to focus on MTL. They are focusing on the right things, and they are focusing on this too. But focusing on this is taking away from other stuff. It's like when Barry Bonds was about to break about 2 records. Obviously, people care about the home run record, but there was a walk record also, like most amount of walks in a season as far as getting on base. And him beating one record might prevent him from breaking the other. Even though, again, people really only cared about the home run record. It's like this. Okay, well, they could focus all of their energy on bots, and then what happens to MTL? What happens to this? It gets delayed another week. And I know people are gonna just lose their minds if it's delayed again, like another month or 2. So I think they're doing the best that they can with what they have. Grab My Smile says, safest investment on VV is buying a new drop. Always goes up, except those 2 Captain Americas, the Cube, and the Enterprise. Yeah, most things that you get on a drop goes up. So yeah, that's the safest. Especially the comics. Every new comic drop. William K says, hey Randy, congrats once again for reaching $1 million on paper. Nobody deserves it more than you. What are your thoughts on the New York Comic Con drops? HODL? Yeah. Everything that says con exclusive, HODL. Even ones that don't. Their first appearance, HODL. I'm just hodling everything right now. The only reason why I might sell one of my... Well, I did sell one of my hymns. I had 3. And I sold 1 for $1 million OMI because I had a... What do you call it? Because I wanted it. I had 109 million. I sold it. Boom, 110 million. Worth it to me, my opinion. You know, I helped out a friend, and she helped me out as well. One hand washes the other type of deal. And I have another one that I might sell just for the gems, just so I can make sure to hold myself over for the next like month or 2, because it's a lot. It's a lot. Pavle Stanimirovich, what's going on? What's going on, Pavle? Grandma Swallow says resistance is futile. All your base are belong to us. J-Man says the Batgirl is under drop 2. Undervalued. Oh, Batgirl. I mean, she's under where? Yeah, she is. Miss Claus says just bought the dip. Hey yo, Pavle's also buying the dip. We're all buying the dip over here. Reagan says, "What's up, fools? Yo, what up, fam?" 40 sets. Wow, congratulations! That's a huge accomplishment. Thank you, thank you. We got about 80% of the drops so far completed. Yeah, this is Randy. Do you have a lucky? I remember the dip sub 900. Oh, I do. I paid like $3,300 for my lucky. I don't know what it's at now. Let's take a look at what lucky's at right now. Right now. Right now. All right, so I'm going to start collecting. I'm going to go to the drops, and I'm going to see lucky. Right? Okay, Jermaine Rogers, Toy Tokyo exclusive. 61 in the market. $3,300. So it's about the same as where I got it from. Moving on. Poor man says, dude, I'm buying more OMI. Let's go! Let's go, poor man printing. Let's get this bread. Ella says, this is good news. This is good for New Year's. This definitely is. Crypto says, I agree with you, especially on the unicornos, and I have been piling them up since they were available on the app. Get it, Crypto Pro, get it. Paolo says, wish we had this. Buy it all. Crypto says, yo, what up, poor man? Goes next says, not buying any more sets until VV makes an announcement on the rewards. You're probably not alone. There's probably a bunch of people doing that. Pavlik says, let's make some moves. And Poorman Prince says, what up, Crypto Pro? Crypto Pro says, we in here. We in there. Yes, sir. Omar Casada says, have you ever watched the show Lucifer on Netflix? Very good to watch. And it seems like you would enjoy it. I probably would. I've heard about it. To be honest, I just don't have time right now. But I will at some point. Maybe. Oh, God, hiccups. I don't know. Pilot says, super early, though. We're super early. I love it. I love it. This is where hustle meets patience. Where you go and you're hustling, making money, and putting it in. It's like, hey, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Well, I mean, it's, if you bought at 0.001, you're like 6 or 7 extra money by this point. But yeah, it'll go up. It will moon. Give it a month. And I know I've been saying that for a while, but it is going to happen. All right, my small says Bigfoot is still a real meme here in the Northwest. I bet I could sell those Bigfoot NFTs if there was a way to put the NFT into a cold storage and see it. Probably. I'll tell you why he's right. When I went to Washington a couple months back, what did I see when I went to the airport? I saw Bigfoot. I see it on clothes, on like hats. I saw Bigfoot hunter. Bigfoot is a huge thing in Washington. Northwest, yeah. So that's a really good idea. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I should buy a Bigfoot. Oh, I need no, I can't do this. I can't do it, Patrick. I can't do it. The Patrick. There's a SpongeBob reference, but yeah, that's really good. I should get some more Bigfoot. Crystal Stroud just popped and said, yeah, Crystal Stroud, I love you. I miss you. Orexide just said, what's up, poor man printing? Pablo says, meow. Crypto cryptids. Cryptic crypto cryptids. So, Crypto Pros at poor man. Enjoy that video on your Mustang, bro. I'm into them too. More on the painting side. Got a couple I did in the body shop, but dude, you got some serious horsepower in that buggy. Pavle Stanimirovich says, Randy, can you buy into VV, please, and be the American company and represent us, please? Well, I mean, I can't buy into the company. I can't buy shares of the company, although maybe I could. The easiest thing for me to do to be a part of it is just buy the NFTs and buy the OMI token. So I have a bunch of the OMI token. I have a bunch of the NFTs on VV. Like I said, 40 sets complete and 110.3 million OMI tokens. So yeah, it's about I know this would be a huge solution. Tending to do a collaborative effort with 7-Eleven. Wow, nice. D'inferno says just bought 64,000 more OMI. Hey yo, get it. Paolo says thing would bring in many new users. So yeah, like I said, I bought into it. I'm looking for a him to buy. Well, I got a him. You want to pay me an OMI? Well, we'll do a deal in OMI. Let's see what him is going for right now, Pablo. If we go into my VV app, and I go and I click start collecting, and I go to my profile, and I go to 40 sets. I'm going to scroll down and look at bubbles, and then I'm going to see that there's 15 in the market. Oh, and the floor is actually 8,700, and it's about $1,000 more than what a million OMI would be. I really don't want to sell any of my hymns because I sold one for $1 million. Again, after this week, the drops that are going to happen, I won't be able to afford. Like, I don't have, unless I sell more Pokemon cards, but again, I need that money to live, so I don't know. I would have to charge a little bit premium because I have decent him numbers as well. So that's why I would have to. Yeah. Oh, wow. So Jeremiah Aoyang just tweeted that here's my take on what is Web 3.0 and why it matters. Rather than relying on centralized platforms, the crowd is empowered through decentralized technologies to build, manage, and own the internet they are creating. That makes a lot of sense. And I think NFTs and Akomi will be a huge part of that, in my opinion. Why OMI dipped today, says Uncle Jew. Is Mr. Jikh responsible? No, it's just taking a breather. Again, it has gone up a whole lot the past couple months, a whole lot the past couple of weeks. So again, nothing goes up in a straight line, so it'll go and dip, and it's just taking a breather, which is fine. We want days like this, just because it's healthy. Pablo says, let's work something out anytime you want. Well, shoot me a message on the Twitter, link down below. Apis Bin Senen says, what shirt do you wear now with standing? It was the same as before, but I'll gladly show you again. Dragon. Do I have anything on the back? I do not. Just my fat. How says needs a Donnie. I do not have one, unfortunately. I wish I did. Congrats on all your success so far, brother. Oh, thanks, Christelle. Thanks, fam. You the best. All right. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Sorry. All right, moving on. Yeah. Nita Lucky missed everything since James Bond, but I am back. There you go. Get back in the game. JMan21 says, will there be any DC comics in the future? Probably. At some point. I hope. But yeah, I would say probably. John Smith said, just bought more OMI. Buy in the dip, brother. Grandmaster Wallace says, don't use those streaming services. Use Putlocker and equivalents. Wait, what streaming services? Let me know. DI says, hey, Randy's, can I get in touch with the Winklevoss twins? I don't have a way to contact them. Maybe somebody I know might. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be giving them any advice anytime soon. Love watching your videos, Rand. Dude, thanks, John Smith, man. That means the world. Only one link says, I just picked up Kal-El for my 14th set. 1/3 of what Randy's hodling. I'm catching up. There you go. Kal-El is, again, he's one of the big three. You have the Todd McFarlane Batman, you have Superman, and then you have the Secret Rare Spider-Man statue that's animated. So yeah, I think those are really, really good. Crystal Strauss says, you should do your ghost stories again. You're right, I missed those. So back in the day, I actually have a playlist on one of my, on my YouTube channel. And the playlist, if I can find it, if I go to my channel, if you go scroll down, it says Unexplained Mysteries. I only did a couple of videos on this, but the Unexplained Mysteries were examples of glitches in the Matrix, Chavez reads creepy stories, my experience with OnlyFans and the reading of a spoopy story. That's a crazy experience. The woman at the Atlantic Airport, and there's a woman at the Atlantic Airport Part 2. Creepy. Sleep paralysis. So yeah, it's really, really fun. If you're just looking for a spoopy story at night and just you want to scare yourself, then that's the well, that's what I can do for you. That is what I can do. Moving on, yeah. J-Man21 says, Cryptkins are cool front yard Halloween decorations. They are. Portman says, let me ask you a question, Randy. Sitting on an ultra rare Thanos comic, I saw you got that. The floor is 365. I really want to get a Todd, but I need gems. Would you sell? Question is, if you were to sell that for, let's say, $350, and let's say get, $335 out of it after the fees and everything, do you have enough to get the Todd Batman? And do you also have enough to get the drops that are coming in, over the next, week or several weeks? I would say also, I would keep in mind how much OMI I would have. Because let's say how much are Todd McFarlane Batman's right now? Well, like 1,700. But let's take a look. And we go to Hukilau. All right, profile, 40 sets, going to Batman Black and White 1. So Todd McFarlane Batman, 259. So it's about 1,400 right now. Well, actually, come on. It's loading. It's okay. There we go. 1,500 because it's 14.99. So 1,500 for the floor, and then 1,650 for the next one after that. So it looks like there's a decent amount that would need to be bought for it to make a significant difference, going from 1,500 to 1,800. Like a dozen have to be bought to go to 2,000, which is a difference of an extra $500. And maybe this, let's say in the next few months, poor man, if this could double and it can go to 2,800. Might not feel as good to buy it at 2,800, then you could get it at 14 or 1,500. So let's say it goes to 3,000. So 1,500 to 3,000, it doubles, which is a lot. A lot has to be bought. What will OMI do in that time? I think OMI will go and 8x in that time. And what happens? Well, you could at that time you could take a little bit of OMI and buy the Todd McFarlane that way, if you wanted. Would I do that? I don't know. Again, also, do you want it just because it's cool and it's awesome, and you want to just I want it just to have it, because of that clout, that badge, which again it is. That's why I have it. I have it just because it's the first set. I don't like the Eddie Riso Batman. Maybe I would get if it wasn't about clout, just because it's cool. It's a very intimidating presence. But if it wasn't for a 4,600 for these. If it wasn't for me completing sets just to get the points of Master Collector program, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. These are not my favorite. I'm doing it because it's the first set. But if you're doing it just to flip, I would say HODL to the Thanos one. The Thanos one has a lot more room to grow than the Todd McFarlane Batman. But if you want it because it's cool and you love it and you don't really care what happens, yeah, sure. I mean, I sold a Journey into Mystery Secret Rare, so I could use those gems in conjunction with some of my gems, and I can get that Harley Quinn Ultra Rare. So I've done exactly what you did, selling comics to get NFTs. And even though I think the Journey into Mystery grew more than the Harley Quinn did, I'm still happy and I don't regret what I did. So I would say if you don't mind, I'm missing out on a couple hundred gems here. In the future, if that moons more than Todd McFarlane, which probably will, if you're going to just have peace of mind, I got that. That's a major thing now that I don't have to worry about ever. Doesn't matter where the price goes. I have one. If that is your thinking, then I would say do it. If you're just doing it to flip, I would say HODL. But if you want to get it eventually and maybe eventually buy it with OMI, I would say that third option would be best. But it all comes down to what you want, and I hope that helped. It is time for my 90-minute Patreon member shoutout. Fight till you drop, never stop, can't give up till you reach the top. You're the best in town. Listen to that sound. A little bit of all you got'll never bring you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right, I'm going to move on here. Oh, Jennifer Gardner says, what's up, Randy? What's up, Jen? How's it going? Jordan Z says, yeah, poor man Todd is more important. Pally says, hey, I found love for your belief and honesty. Thank you. Poor man says, that's what I'm thinking, brother. Really wanted Todd Batman. Then go and get it. Don't let your dreams be dreams, poor man. Get that bread. Never says, Randy, missed drop on Mondo, but picked up Back to the Future in market. Now I have both Mondo back-to-back posts. Oh, Back to the Future posters with Mondo. Good for you. Mr. Collector says, Todd is a must. Tony G says, VeChain will be great for Web3. I hope so. I think I know a couple of people that invested in it, so I hope so. What we got? Anthony Rodriguez says, I'd rather have a Todd. He's the first VV NFT. That is true. That is very true. Arma Small says, speaking of Squid Game, I got Tug of War and Stepping Stones. Hey, yo, get it. For EPLs, he's saying. Poor Printer says, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be two classes of Master Collectors, one for sets of NFTs and the other possibly for OMI. That would be great. Well, says, hi, Randy. How do you cold store your OMI? Is it necessary even, or is Trust Wallet sufficient? It depends how much OMI you have. I wouldn't. I'd say anything over 20 million, I would not keep in I would not keep in one trust wallet. I myself have 6. So if you, and that is a pain in the butt, because what I did was where I have one phone with a trust wallet on it, even though like you don't, what I could do is I could just download Trust Wallet on this, and like I'm pretty sure I can. I have before. Yeah. So I could just install Trust Wallet on this, and or on my tablet, and I could go and access all of my other Trust Wallets, on that one thing, because it has, I think it has multiple ways you can do it. But I have a bunch a bunch of other phones, and the phones are located with the seed phrase of another Trust Wallet. Um, so like I said, you could be able to do it all at once, but if somehow, again, Trust Wallet I believe is very safe. If somehow it is compromised, at least they don't take your whole bag, again, somehow. So yeah. Vivi Darling says, "What's up, Randy and Dashi? Oh, we are doing good over here. We're doing really good." Melham says, "I'll partake in both then, poor man." Other one says, "Have you put your collectibles into Akomi Wiki Vault evaluations to see its value yet? You should post a photo on Twitter when you do." Yeah, it's worth about 100K, maybe a little above now because I have that gold dragon girl. So yeah, I have a good amount. Super duper. Dark Hank says, "Randy Stalling considering selling 100K of my Dogecoin for OMI." Every single crypto I had, I liquidated for OMI. So, Grandma Swat says, "I'm considering of living in Manila for a year once I can make consistent passive income in E2." Manila, Thailand, not bad. Super duper Hank says, "Randy, are you really going to fly to your buyer house for the sales of your Neobox?" I was going to when it was worth like 35,000, but I honestly I can't even get a buyer for like 25. So and I hate selling it for this low, but it's not really worth it for me to fly to somebody to do it for like 22 grand, because it's like I have to take like a couple days off doing this, and I have to. It's just annoying. Like if someone's in like Pennsylvania or whatever and want to meet halfway at a bank, yeah, sure, I'll do that. But fly, I mean. Do you want it? Like 24 grand, it's yours. And yeah, I'll do it now just because I want more OMI. Point says, "Hank sold 100K of Doge for OMI right before the 73-cent run. Ooh, good my decision because I know OMI's going to the moon. But yeah, feels a hurt." Bobby Kozlowski says, "When do you think we'll get Pokemon? They might announce it next year. So I don't when we actually get it. I don't know. They announced Jurassic Park months ago. We still haven't gotten it." Explode says, "Hey, bro, Randy, are you in any SHIB? No. Generally, I would say that's a meme coin, but apparently they're starting to do some burns, and apparently they'll be able to go make some NFTs with it. So I think Shiba Inu might be getting some legs. That being said, no, I'm not in it." Kyle says, "Invest some money into an ETF on the stock market and go live into Europe. There's like Italy and Greece. You need like $1,000 a month to live like a king." If that was a goal of mine, I would, because you're right. Things like that, Thailand. But again, my goals are to make a lot of money and go to try to help as many animals as I can. Tubuda Hanks Porn, did you make any profit? I'm sure he did. Explode says, "I got in last year, got like 500 million. I gained like 50 grand. Wow. Dude, good for you, mate." Shiba Inu utility. Apparently it's coming. Diaz says, "Once we move to immutable, we can store Mu on Ledger." I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. My voice hurts. I have to call my girlfriend. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Everyone check out Star Helix and Veve Vault on YouTube, and at Not Star Helix and at Hey David Don on Twitter. And thank you, Will Coulter, for that super chat. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow meow. I'll be live tomorrow for the Miles Morales drop. Right? Bye guys. Meow meow.